Peace, power, and prosperity, family. This is Amir, the Chicago crypto hustler, Bitcoin block bully, coming to you once again with a quick crypto review. I'm going to be doing a review of the Cent platform, social media site, or Cent.co. It's something that I came across. I honestly forgot how I came across it. Maybe just looking for crypto incentives to, for individuals new to the game, other ways that they can utilize cryptocurrency, not so much just trading it. You know what I mean? That may have been just some due diligence on my side doing research. So, as you can see, it's pretty much like your normal social media site. Individuals post pictures, videos, just comments or whatever the case may be, and you are seeded or awarded with that which others agree with or choose to seed you for. What I'm gonna do real quick, I do have my own page. For those that want to follow me, my name is Chicago Coins. As you can see, I joined January 13th. It's already January 23rd right now, and I've earned so far 0.002 ETH. And it's just from posting. Like I said, it may not be much to some, but I've earned 0.002 of a cryptocurrency, right? Of a cryptocurrency that is top 3 right now on CoinMarketCap. So you can see I got a couple of posts on here. I made 40 cents on one, 35 cents on another. Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 5 posts. Out of the 5, I've made revenue on 2 of them. That's more than I've made on Facebook or Instagram as far as per the platform itself giving a payout in my whole entire life using either one. So, just with that being made and within the amount of time that it took, really these 2 payments were actually kind of instant. Like as soon as I posted it, the individuals that were on at the time, they went ahead, they seeded me, they commented, real thoughtful, wishful comments on here. I like the interaction that there is. Let me see, what was the comment? Had really a nice story and a great photo of the 2 of them. Hopefully their investments will prosper. This rocks all the way. She became the coolest queen around. You know what I mean? Very good. And what this was a client that I had earlier that morning that came with her son to have a sit down about cryptocurrency and, just getting into the game in the space itself. So, I have a YouTube, I got a social media, plenty of social media sites. So I posted about it, on Instagram, Facebook, and on my newest social media platform, Cent. And Cent rewarded me for that post. So far, 40 cents. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna run over to the about, just to give you sort of their overview and look on it. So the thing is income from anywhere. Earn cryptocurrency, sharing your wisdom and creativity. It goes on, we're going into the vision. Most of us work for free. We spend huge amounts of time and energy on social networks that don't make us happy or pay the bills. Networks should make money from connecting people efficiently, not from selling their users' attention. On Cent, the value generated by users is given to the users who created that value. I love this already. Employment is dying. The days of the 9-to-5 being a stranded part of human life are ending. Robots and code can, will, and should replace all jobs that do not rely on something uniquely human. We do not need new jobs. We need new sources of income. Man, probably even move on. That right there was a hit. I don't know if you even caught that jewel if it went over your head. I'm gonna read this over one time just because I like the mind frame of the individuals who created this platform already. The days of the 9-to-5 being a standard part of human life are ending. This is true. Robots and code can, will, and should replace all jobs that do not rely on something uniquely human. That's what you're seeing going on as of right now with the amount of artificial intelligence that's coming into play and beginning to knock out that human interaction that was once. So let's see where they're going with this. Like they said, we don't need new jobs. We need new sources of income. That's akin to being sovereign. Perspective is value. The only sources of uniquely human value are perspective and creativity. No matter how advanced computers get, you will still always have your subjective angle of view and the capacity to create from that perspective. Cent directly monetizes these direct sources of human value, preparing us for a less employed future. Money is evolving. Blockchains and cryptocurrencies are radically changing the global monetary system. No longer must we trust middlemen in order to earn a living. Cent lets you earn mainstream cryptocurrencies that are easily exchangeable for fiat money without asking you to submit to employment. I'm gonna read that again. Money is evolving. Blockchains and cryptocurrencies are radically changing the global monetary system. No longer must we trust middlemen in order to earn a living. Cent lets you earn mainstream cryptocurrencies that are easily interchangeable for fiat money without asking you to submit to employment. Welcome to the future of value creation. And then let's see, read the full vision. Let's see. Okay, so this is the Medium page. Okay, let's read their full vision. Well, we'll save that to the end. We'll save that to the end. Let's see so far. Max and Cameron team up to tackle content monetization. Both have been working on the problem for years prior in the form of solo startups. The beta version of Cent launches was in August of 2017. Okay, so it's been up and running for a while. I'm mad I'm just now really coming up on it in 2019. The beta version of Cent launches provided an incentivized question and answering service powered by Ethereum smart contracts. And that goes into what I constantly tell y'all about the use case of these cryptocurrencies. Not so much just the trading of the value of it, but the actual use case that which gives it its very value. And smart contracts being able to be placed on the Ethereum platform or within the Ethereum virtual machine breaks way to platforms such as this. You tell me how much Ethereum is worth at the end of the day. Any one of these other cryptocurrencies. To December 2017, Cent publicly commits to launching its own crypto token and closes its first funding round as it works towards the goal. February 2018, Cent doubles its team to celebrate the pace of progress towards its mission of allowing anyone to earn income from anywhere. And that's pretty much where their progress cuts off. February, it's almost a year ago to date. Though it has not stopped the platform itself from working. And just so that you do know, for some that may have a question of, okay, well, where does the money go? And, how are you holding the money, whatever the case may be, you actually hook up. Well, I hooked up my MetaMask wallet to this platform, so the funds go directly to my. Just to answer that question, if that would have been one. So the co-founder and CEO is Max Brody. Co-founder and CTO is Cameron Hijazi. Let me see, investors and advisors, beta. Okay, beta version of Cent's first mechanism, Bountying, is live now. Our pre-release community is growing fast. Join now to get a taste of the creative, social, crypto economy of tomorrow. I agree. Still confused. Okay, so now we're getting to the fact, which is the frequently asked questions, which are actually very helpful if you ever take the time out to just run through it and actually see what they got to answer. You see, I'm still confused. What is this? Allow us. Yep. Okay, Cent is a hybrid centralized / decentralized content network built on Ethereum. It's a constellation of contracts that allow you to make money by sharing your wisdom and creativity. Pretty straightforward. How do I get started? Join our beta to start asking, answering, and earning on the platform. All you need is an email address and an Ethereum wallet. If you don't have an Ethereum wallet, we recommend installing Toshi on mobile or MetaMask on desktop. The address in your wallet will periodically receive any ETH you earn by answering questions. Is there a token or white paper? Yes, but we haven't released the details to the public yet, the private. Token and paper are being reviewed by leading developers, statisticians, people to do statistics, and entrepreneurs in the blockchain space. Where's the company based? We are currently based in San Francisco, but part of the team is remote. Have a question? Okay, and then you get into the questions. If you have to ask any type of questions, get into the questions. Let me see. So what we're going to do now is we're going to look at the Medium, and we're going to go over the Medium. Let me see. It goes on to say Cent, income from anywhere. At the end of the summer, my co-founder Cameron and I began testing the beta version of Cent, an ambitious project we've been conceptualizing and building since February of this year. Cent is a complex technology with a simple interface and an even simpler mission to enable anyone to earn income from anywhere. Simply put, it's the evolution of the social network into an income source. Most of us spend hours each day working for free. We pour our creative energy into networks that give us no direct economic value in return. Statuses, tweets, Instagrams, and snaps all take time to create and provide unique value to many people. Yet nearly all the value they generate is directed to the singular profit of the corporations who maintain. Before blockchains, There never really was a variable alternative. Given the technology available, internet companies had to create centralized code bases. And since they created and maintained this software, they could easily reap the financial rewards of its users. But in the last decade, an alternative substructure of the internet has begun evolving, one that allows for new types of users compensating networks to exist. In the same way the web democratized access to information, blockchains are democratizing access to value and trust. We are moving towards a world where networks are the predominant source of connective rather than substantive value. Sin is built on the notion that the connective value of a network is what should earn it profit, but substantive value, the content coming from individuals within the networks, should be redirected autonomously to the users within the network who benefit most from that value. Sin was born from a few ideas. The first being the social networks aren't really social networks, they're content networks. You have an existence on Facebook because you've created content and put it on Facebook. Whether that content takes the form of photos, statuses, comments, or videos, any mainstream social network would be a blank page without the content creator that gave it life. We are social on these networks only to the degree that we are consuming, liking, commenting on, and sharing the content of others. Given that social networks are actually just content networks, it's odd that Facebook is valued at over 400 billion while nearly all users of the platform make zero for producing this content. Wow, that was a hit. If writers still make money while their publisher rises in value, shouldn't content creators make money while the networks they share on rise in value? Is the technical value that Facebook provides truly worth all the creative value of nearly 30% of humanity who's post their content on there? Wow, they get it. We don't think so. We think the future of the economy and the world rests with the creator, and the history of the internet is a slow march towards this inevitability. For many, this march can be scary. Now with the jewel. Autonomous systems, code, and robotics will continue to replace human jobs, and thereby sources of income that do not rely directly on labor that is uniquely human. What labor is uniquely human? The only labor that is uniquely human is labor that computers can't currently do. The more an occupation requires an algorithmic workflow, faster the job will become an actual algorithm. Pour coffee, add sugar, swipe card, repeat. And that's what a lot of us out there have lived or may still be living. You know, it's just a continuous, the same program every single day, almost like the movie, what was that old movie with Bill Murray, The Groundhog Day. Every day is the same thing. You get up, go to work, come home, you watch TV, you go to sleep. Get up, you go to work, you come home, you watch TV, you go to sleep. And on weekends, you might change it up a little bit to where as you go out, come home, you go out, you have fun, you come home, you watch TV, you go to sleep. Go out, you have fun, you come home, you watch TV, you go to sleep. Then the next day, you get up, you go to work, you come home, you watch TV, you go to sleep. Same algorithm. Given that trend, the foundation of tomorrow's economy must rest on things that are difficult to turn into an algorithm, because a computer can do an algorithm. Check this, or check that out. I don't know if they about to get into that, but that's what I just got out of that comment. This foundation must be composed of mechanisms that directly monetize the aspects of humans that are non-algorithmic, perspective and creativity. Perspective, in this context, is your unique angle of view on the world, your subjectivity, your personal feelings. Creativity is what you make when you use your perspective. When critics of rapid technological progress warns that this rampant global unemployment will lead to chaos and economic depression, they are often conflating that two separate ideas: employment and income. As long as society requires money, mass employment is only a catastrophe if there aren't other sources of income available. It's nearly always assumed that unemployment itself is an inherently bad thing. What is it? In mass employment, really the crowning achievement of it is mass employment really the crowning achievement of an enlightened society? If humans invent robots to do jobs they don't want to do, is it really a tragedy that these jobs are no longer required of humans? In many ways, the opposite is true. Rising unemployment can be seen as a sign that we are entering a new age of automated productivity, that our species is being liberated from the types of labor that were inherently subhuman to begin with. As we're unshackled from the chains of cruel pre-digital industrial processes and set free to explore the unpotentiated creative landscapes of our psyches, New octaves of human flourishing are suddenly made possible. Just as the moral progress of the 19th century abolished most racial slavery, the technological progress of the 21st century will abolish most economic slavery. Cent is built to help ease our transition into this less employed future. It's designed to become a core layer of the future creative economy, one that directly monetizes the creative and perspective-based value that single individuals provide. The way we're building Cent is unique. We want our process to be transparent. As the network evolves, it will take form of an interconnected constellation of contracts. A contract is a decentralized piece of code designed to align incentives among multiple users. By decentralized, we mean that the code runs on a programmable open source blockchain. Currently, that's Ethereum. And then when they say, I like how they say currently Ethereum, they may be moving to their own blockchain. In the simplest terms, a blockchain is a commonly shared database. I don't know why that word threw me off so much. In the simplest terms, a blockchain is a commonly shared database that uses advanced math to make sure that no one can lie to each other. Crucially, this architecture also allows for the creation of scarce digital assets that enable us to use decentralized digital currencies to align incentives far more intricate ways than fiat currencies ever could. Incentives are what make us get out of the bed in the morning. Economic incentives get us a reason to care about a particular thing and do so in a way that is logical rather than emotional. Digital incentive structures allow programs to crystallize new social patterns for humans to live within, creating new types of interpersonal interaction and possibility. Cent derives its name from the fact that it runs on those two core principles: incentivization and decentralization. When we started testing our product beta product a month or two ago, we deployed one relatively simple contract into Ethereum. It allows people to request anything of the network and provide a financial bounty in ETH, the cryptocurrency, or Ethereum to incentivize the best response. The key differentiator of our system was that the user base, not the requester, voted on which response gets the bounty. Okay, what is this? Describe the productivity organizational system. You use certain apps, blah, 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 blah. So I guess this right here is a post, and this is what they made off of the post. Originally, we hypothesized it would be used predominantly as a Q&A service. Users would ask questions and get answers. However, we quickly realized that we were using this bounty principle in many ways we didn't originally. Users were asking questions, but they were also commissioning customers' content to be created and driving incentivized traffic to their project. We realized that bounties at their core incentivize behaviors. Specifically, our bounty contract began to be used for three categories of behavior: answer, make, and react. Answering questions, making custom content, and reacting to someone's project, music, video, all seemingly provide enough value for people to place a financial bounty on them. Beyond that, a community surrounding the network has begun to form. It's named itself and began to evolve It's named itself and begun to evolve its own nouns and verbs. Users call themselves sentients and refer to scenting someone as putting a bounty on it. Need someone to Photoshop your friend's face on giraffe body? Scent it and you'll get a few choices within a couple hours. Need 50 people who aren't your friends to listen to your new song and give you some honest feedback today? Scent it. Need to know how people are thinking about an upcoming Bitcoin fork? Scent your question and learn. As we release new contracts, users will be enabled to participate in different implementations of incentive structures that allow for the exchange of creativity and financially based value. Future contracts must be custom designed. Future contracts must be custom designed, will allow for entirely different types of media to be shared, monetized between users, such as music to the listener, video to the viewer, and writer to the reader. We started with our bounty contract because the infrastructure in place for the blockchain applications is fairly underdeveloped. We wanted to build something that could actually get used out in the real world today. Most blockchain applications are still in an imaginary state with only a website and white paper. We want to take a different approach, one inspired from the old school startup wisdom of iteration and leanness. Rather than release our white paper and funding strategy up front, We released a beta product, and are growing a user base that is informing us what they actually want. When the time is right, we will release our paper and go public with our plans for funding. In our white paper, we go into detail about the yet to be released platform token, Cent. Cent. At a high level, Cent is an ERC20 token issued to users when they bounty something. The larger the bounty, the more Cent you receive. It's more complex than that, but on a basic level, the issuance model incentivizes users to continually add significant bounties to the system. The token can be used to enhance the exposure of content that is posted within the system, enabling the creation of internal attention economy that we will go into much more detail on in the future post. The ultimate vision for Cent is to become an income source for anyone who wants to provide their values to society via a digital network. There we go. We see Cent becoming a foundational, legitimate source of decentralized income from anyone. And it's, man, this is it. This one platform right here is it. If you can provide creative or perspective-based value to networks of people via technologies like Cent, you are future-proofing your value add to society by making Cent as non-algorithmic. All this while supporting structures of manually beneficial value that reflect humans' best intentions. Eventually, we see a future where each user for each value-generating entity or each value-generating entity. I like how they put that too. That goes into a lot of legal and law that I've been studying as far as words, terminology, and the actual legal definitions of words. Eventually, we see a future where each user or each value-generating entity becomes something like a currency that can be invested in. But we'll discuss that more as time goes on. Even though you currently need some amount of technical knowledge in order to use Cent, understanding the basic use of Ethereum, etc. Basically, they're just saying that you have to at least know how to get a ERC20 token or ERC20 wallet up and running, like MetaMask. You know what I mean? Be able to connect it to the actual platform. That's probably the hardest part you're gonna have. Other than that, it's pretty much like Facebook and Instagram. Post, put a picture, video, and paste it. What will soon no longer be the case? That will soon no longer be the case, and the user experience will become as seamless as any other mainstream application. Until then, do whatever you can to create valuable things and share your knowledge. We'll help you turn that into income. That was one hell of a vision. By Max Brody, and this was November 30th, 2017. Damn, that 8-minute read, it says. That was very, very, very informational, invigorating. Really opened my eyes. Really, I'm not gonna say opened my eyes. I knew this is the route that we were taking. What it did was solidified and clarified a lot of thoughts that I already had circulating in my mind. Just the deeper that I get into this technology and this new money matrix, as I call it, man, it's like I hope that we can really see what's going on. Like, this is the new way. This, just talking about Cent and not just cryptocurrency as a whole, but this Cent. This is a new incentive. I can come on here and post every day. If I can make money just from me posting all day, every day, why would I? Who would I have to work for? Who would I have to slave for? You know what I mean? And this is just one platform. This is just the beta stage. So imagine, just imagine. I'm gonna leave it at that, family. This is like I said, one hell of a platform. I'll give my salute, my kudos off to this platform and what they have going on. To the developers, Max and what were their names? Max and Brody. Max and Cameron. You two fellas definitely made one hell of a platform with this one. I'm damn near liking this a little bit over Steemit. I don't know. I don't know how I haven't heard about this. This right here is giving Steemit a run for his money. Steemit is a lot more complicated than this. Well, let me keep those thoughts to myself. But this is one hell of a platform. I'll definitely give this. If I had any type of grading system, this right here, I'd definitely get an A+. Just in the beta stage. Just from, I like the vision that they actually have for it. Let's look at the leaderboard real quick. Let's see. So gains over the last 30 days. The key made $348, Javo 317, Matthew 187, DGem 132, and this is monthly income. This is a monthly income. Now remember, this is dependent on the price of Ethereum. So as Ethereum rocks left and right, you know what I'm saying? I mean, up and down, as the price fluctuates, so does these values fluctuate. You know what I mean? This could be $348 one day and $500 next, depending on the price of the ETH. So definitely check out Cent. There's no referral, there's no sign up under me, and you know what I'm saying, put this in and I earn that. There's none of that on here. Go ahead, make your account, get on here and start earning. Until the next video, this is Amir the Chicago Crypto Hustler, Bitcoin Block Bully. Peace, power, and prosperity, family. I am out of here.